So this is the Shelbourne facility. A lot of good airsoft games have been played here. It is quite a lot overgrown since the last time we've been here. It was, geez, four years ago, maybe 5 years ago, since the last time we played. There's a lot of big buildings to play in. This is like the administration building. We're heading towards the gymnasium and kind of the main entrance to the field through here. I lied, we detoured into the administration building that I showed you there. There's a lot of cool old file things from back when it used to be a prison, or a boys' reform school, whatever it actually was. But yeah, we play in through here, but not so much using this for cover. Like down that hallway is the way to kind of the jail cells and gymnasium area. It's just super neat building. Obviously a lot of obstacles and things to watch out for, ceiling tiles and broken desks and whatnot, but yeah, this is a lot of fun was had here. This is the area coming from that administrative area, that leads towards the gymnasium, that hallway. That's back towards the jail cells. This hallway was always fun. There used to be like a wheelie chair kicking around here, and you'd like just take a run off and start riding along on your wheelie chair, trying to shoot as you went up. It was a good place to die. I died definitely a lot of times in this hallway. A few good grenade kills. There used to be a few more things to cover down the hallway, but yeah, and the windows on the left used to be all complete, so you couldn't get shot from the main area there as you're coming down. So this is the area that leads into the jail cells. This would have been, I don't know, maybe a holding area, reception area. You can see all the graffiti on the walls, and that there leads out into the courtroom area. Courtyard area. It's kind of half encircled by the building. Then there was a gate. So these are the cell blocks. Like these are big, heavy cell doors. That one would be there. I guess that one's got a hole through it. But yeah, it was kind of neat playing in here back when these jail cells were open. And you can just go in and play through this whole area. It was kind of neat. This back area again leads out into the courtyard. Again, it's overgrown now, but well, it's not too bad. It used to be a lot more playable, a lot less bushes. And those doors back over there lead to where we were. I'm gonna go check out that other side of the building there now, where the kitchen is. So this is kind of the main entrance, main reception area. Ooh, my flag. Main reception area. I didn't put that up. They had that already up here. But anyway, we played a lot of games in here where you'd battle like in through these back rooms. And into the gymnasium there. This was always like a highly contested area, like you'd be back and forth the whole game. This is a little more built up than it was when I last played here. It was just more open then. There was maybe a few things in there, but they have it set up for speedball right now. This area here, this hole in the wall didn't used to be so big. It actually used to be just a tiny little hall. Buddy of ours, Tony Bear, actually kicked a hole through the bottom of it and weaseled his way through, because there was a hard line back the other way, and he was actually able to get in behind the enemy line and slip back here, around here, and shoot them in the back as they came down the hallway. It was pretty good time that day. Here's the other side of that hallway I was showing with the wheelie chair. I love this field. This is over to the left of the main building. That's the main building again there. Coming around, we call this building 1. It was never used. It was always locked up. We got in there last night and we could see why. The roof is all collapsed and there's mold and a lot of green stuff growing up all through the floors and stuff. And then this one here is building 2. It's kind of like an office building. There's a lot of administrative type rooms in there. Wasn't that great for playing through, but we did have some good battles in the front lobby area. A lot of grenade fights. Good place. So coming from back out that left side of the building, this is back where we came from. That's the main lobby area. In through these rooms, there's a little chapel area and stage area behind the main area there. The kitchen area back here, it's kind of wide open. There's
it's like, I'm going on the move. All right, gotcha.
Old pizza oven and some old equipment there. But this whole area was a lot of fun to play because there was a whole bunch of different ways out. There's a door there. There's a door to the outside through here. And then there's another one. It was back in that other room that leads over here. So the building has lots of ways in and out, which has always made it great for playing because you're not limited to one means of getting in and getting out. And then if you have a building, it was a lot harder to hold it, which was great. I remember shooting at somebody behind this door. They were tucked way in and I couldn't get them. So I just reached around and popped the grenades back there. Good times in this building.
This divider is pretty sneaky.
Yeah, so we're like accordion dividers between these rooms. You never knew who was around a corner. So like I said, when you held the room or held the building, with so many doors coming in and out, you had to always be cautious that somebody was going to be behind you. So you always had to be sweeping and ready. So just for orientation, that was building 1. It's overgrown, hard to see. That was building 2 I was just talking about. And then this is building 3 that we're heading into. Again, we're back on the right-hand side of the building. That's the main building there. So this is building 3. So the third one. It's again an administrative type building. We were walking through it last night, trying to remember things that happened. This one, there was a lot of like you'd be trying to breach the building, and there's only 2 doors. That main door and then a back door, and so you'd charge in, try to get cover behind some of these desks, but you'd have so many people like hiding behind all these doors, in that closet, behind each one of those doors, in this room, that just shooting at you. Like it's so hard to get in here if a team was well established in here. Like to the point where like it was almost impossible. Like you'd throw a dozen grenades, hear a couple of hits, and then rush in, but still it was real hard to get in here, but still fun try. And same building, just the sheer size of these buildings, like they're long buildings with so many rooms. You get lost trying to find your team members or the enemy, and like clearing these buildings was always it was work. Like you had to check every room, every corner. This is another jail cell. And check, make sure that there's nobody hiding behind doors. And again, these windows used to be all intact, so really there was only ever the main 2 entrances, and to get in and out. And then it was always a struggle. We didn't play much through in here. There wasn't many objectives in through these, just because it was so hard to get in and out of them. But yeah, a lot of fun. So that was building 3, the third kind of administrative type building in a row there. They're all about the same size, mostly the same stuff in them. And then as you head off past building 3 into these woods, there was a lot of cover in through there. That's where we just were, just in there. But in back in this woods, it was kind of the only safe way to get to building 4, which was like more of a classroom. There's a wood shop in there type building. But Yeah, you should be able to see it just around this corner. It's grown in a little bit. It's just behind those trees there, but essentially that woods there, kind of fight your way through, and or if there's no resistance, you just kind of hide behind some of these big boulders and stuff, and just work your way along, getting into building 4. That's where we're heading next. So coming up the rest of that woods there to the road, and then it turns in towards building 4 there. There's a big ball diamond field in front of building 4 there. Didn't really play in there because it was just kind of wide open field, but that's back to the main building there, the main facility that we were just through. And then yeah, so when you're coming up through the woods, this would be building 4. If you're real brave, or maybe at night, you could go through that field there, but she's pretty wide open, and you're pretty guaranteed to get shot. But building 4 here, there was a lot of doors. A lot of times you'd kind of go in behind and come in through one of the back doors. There's a front main entrance over there where the white is, and then a front kind of left-hand entrance here. That entrance right there was the probably main one you use to get in here, just because this is the side of the building you're coming from. So yeah, this building 4, it resembles a school. I assume it was where they were teaching kids not to be criminals anymore or something. There's classrooms and like lecture halls and that sort of stuff. A lot of Lancer tactical boxes there. They were running an airsoft field here for a while and selling Lancer. They weren't getting it through me. But anyway, yeah. So anybody knows my story of falling through the ceiling, that actually happened right in here. We were playing a game it was an odd game. You had to kind of hide, and the other team had to find you. So I climbed up that bookcase there that's attached to the wall, got up into the ceiling. I was all settled, waiting. My gun pointed kind of back towards the door there. And all of a sudden I kind of shifted my weight to one side, heard and one of the big connecting rods that was holding just to the ceiling let go, and I came down in a pile. There wasn't all this stuff in here then, it was just the concrete floor. Had my MTW. I actually bent the end of it a little bit, bent it back and kept playing. Stood up, brushed myself off, but yeah, that was it was quite the fall. That was a good time. These more school style classroom areas. A lot of mold and asbestos in these buildings, so you just try not to breathe when you're playing in here. This is like a lecture hall place. This was kind of neat because when you look back here, you can't see if there's anybody behind that black glass. It's kind of like one-way glass because when you're on the other side of it, when you're up here hiding, which is what I would do when the enemy was coming, is you'd stay behind here, and you can't see through on the video, but you can see people coming in the room over there. And when they were checking these rooms, you'd pop up and shoot them in the backpack. Yeah, there was one time I was stuck in here, and 3 guys came in this room, and they all 3 started looking these rooms, and I was alone. All the rest of my team had died, and I was back there, and popped up, shot 1, 2, and then the 3rd guy, I got him in the backpack, but he didn't feel it, and he ducked into that room and turned around and started shooting at me. But it was a good time. Like I said, this is one of my favorite fields. I'm going to say this is my favorite field just because we got to play here so often. 2 or 3 times in the summer. Johnny gave me a bell as a souvenir. 2 or 3 times each summer for probably 4 or 5 years straight. So many memories heading here. This was, we're going to be losing it. This is the last time we're ever going to get to play here, but so many memories. Like there's this secret room. The only way to truly access this back room was like from the outside. But there used to be a wall here, and there was a hole on this side of the wall. So if you went through and then like traveled, again, there's a wall, there'd be a wall right here. So if you traveled through here, you could get into this back furnace room, and that opened right up. and you would hide in here. And when the enemy team swept the whole building, they'd never look in here because you'd go into that bathroom and look, just think that's a closet, check it quick and keep going. But then once they're all swept and hunkered in, and you hear on the radio that your teammates are coming, your reinforcements are coming, then you just start sneaking out. Again, it's pitch dark in here. There's hardly any windows, and you just start picking them off from behind because they're looking the other way, right? They're trying to defend the building from the outside. So you just sneak around in here and start shooting them, and they think the shots are coming from outside. But meanwhile, it's you tucked in, or me, tucked in behind them. It was so fun. Again, like this was probably my favorite building too, because maybe we played a lot up in here, and there's just so many rooms. Like this is an auditorium in here. Again, like we were. Yeah, it's very dark in here. My phone flashlight's not doing it justice, but. Yeah, so you'd breach into this room and throw free grenades and hope there's nobody in here when you or nobody left alive when you breached in. Yeah, this building is like I said, was my favorite place to play. The back of this building has a wood shop in it. It didn't really play in there much, but it looks like somebody at one point was going to put down new flooring here. There's laminate underlay and some startings of some actual floor tiles here. That wasn't here before. That's odd. Somebody was renovating this to live in, maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's like new PEX lines run. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, here's the wood shop. There used to be a bunch of machines in here, planers and whatnot. But yeah, again, we didn't play too much in this room. It's kind of wide open and there wasn't much cover. There were some back ways to get in places, but yeah. So that's the end of that. We're gonna head on back down to spawn, and probably gonna be some. The briefing will be happening soon. That over there is the main building as you come in. But yeah, great field. Love to play here. Definitely gonna miss it.